Hi everyone, hope you're well. So another day in the workshop. I've just come down. I think I might have mentioned we had a bit of a breakdown with the hay rake. So what's happened is the pull's essentially cracked off here. It has been cracked for a while, just looking at the rust on the crack. So I was going to bring the welder and everything down here, but I sort of had a bit of a thought that we could knock this pin out and pull it out and take it home and attack it, which will be damn sort of easier. Pretty common sort of thing to happen. I reckon I have fixed one or two of these in the past for neighbours. So not a big drama, probably a weak point in the whole rake. So, but yeah, and then I'm gonna get to and get this feeder house for the header finished off, so we can tick that one off the box and give the corn farm a run. It's got a roll pin through the top of it here, and hoping it should just drop out. Oh, it's a bit tall. Coming down there, it's got a roll pin in the bottom. It's been just coming down and hitting on the stand. So hopefully as easy as that. Oh, back at the workshop. I've sort of shelved that job for a minute. I might look at it in the morning. So priority's getting this thing up and going. So just welded a bit of channel on the top there, and that'll obviously the front will sit in there. So I've got to and I've put a few good welds on the top there. I haven't finished it because I'll put little gussets and that in. I think I did mention. But yeah, sort of given it a rough grind and. Had a bit of spatter inside the sleeve there, so I've just cleaned that out a bit. I'll just fire the header up and lift that up, just get it up level, so it's a bit easier to put on, and fingers crossed it all slips on. there is a bit to go in there. Our bush in the middle mightn't be 100% square, but that's alright, we can fix all that up. Got a little bit of a step here, as you can see, so we might have to just put something across there and just see how it lines up when we get it on. But yeah, I'll get these other bolts in and sort of bolt it up tight, and then we can pick the front up. Might have a couple little plates just for the tilt. There's a little cylinder in there for the lateral tilt, and then over this side we've got there's a potentiometer here that just works. It just basically tells you in the cab what degrees the front's tilted at, so it's not, we'll get it sorted out later, it's not critical. What I'm thinking is I might actually, we've got a bit of a gap there, so I might actually pull, it's got this bit of nylon strip in there, I might actually make up a template the same as the nylon strip essentially, out of steel, and then just weld it to the back, and that'll just fill that gap in. And then as far as I can do that. As far as that little step up there, I might even just get a bit of stainless or something, because we're never going to probably tilt the front that way, so it won't matter that much. And I might just put a strip of stainless, just weld it onto here, just so it just jumps up over there. But anyway, we'll get the front on and just see what it looks like, but it's ready to pick up. Well, there's not a lot of clearance in here, might be the only drama, just when we go to take it off. Anyway, we'll see how we go. But down the bottom here, just looking, I was a little bit worried about the fit up, but I don't think, that little gap there is probably not going to worry things too much, I don't think. We might we could put a bit of something in there, a bit of 10mm flat or something, just to lift that up. That might even be the go. Bit of 50x10, and then yeah, it's pretty much straight in. So yeah, probably going to work pretty well. And even as far as with the weight on it, it's now sort of squashed that bit of nylon down hard against it. So there's little bit of flex there. We may look at just reinforcing that around there, whether I cut out a bit of plate, just because there is a fair bit of weight on that. And yeah, whether even the back, you probably can't see the back side, but yeah, we'll just see. We may do that just to strengthen that up. But yeah, no, she looks it's coming pretty well actually. It's a lot of the stuff I sort of do, I don't generally. I've got a plan in my head, but don't draw it down, and it generally most of the time it works. But yeah, that's going to be cool. So that looks pretty neat and tidy. So now we just need to work out how we're going to lock it on, which we'll have a look at. And I think it's going to work all right. I've just got, these are gate latches. I don't know assume these are only mild steel, so, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, basically we can just tip that off and the pin slides out. I might just have to trim the fraction off the end of the pin. And then I'll actually, what I was thinking, I might make a little plate up that we just bolt to there or something, just to lock it onto the front so that can't, you know, stalk grab it and it come undone. So I think that's possibly the best solution. Yeah, I may even cut that handle off perhaps, and do something else with it. But I've got another one there, so I'll put it on the other side. And I think probably, I haven't actually seen a John Deere or paid much attention to the John Deere fronts, how they lock them on, but I think that's going to work all right. Yeah, so we'll get the other one done, and yeah, sort of, we can nearly actually give the front a run once I get, well, I could give it a run now, but yeah, and then once if it runs all right, which I think it will, I don't know, actually I haven't had a chance to sort of look at it too much, whether we should change some oils and that sort of stuff, but we might get a window, get a rainy day or something going forward that we can have a play with it and just see. But I haven't actually don't actually have a manual for it. It didn't come with one, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll do a bit more homework now that I can pick it up. It's a bit easier to get under it and have a look at it and see what's going on. But yeah, we'll get these. I think that's going to work all right. Yeah, I'm hopeful. This sort of, I don't know, 15 mil or so sticking through there, so I think that'll be all right. Yeah, I don't think these corn fronts are pretty heavy, so I don't think it'll jump off. Yeah, should work. just got the second one on, and I've sort of, what you actually do is that collar there with the split in it, you can, you can weld it wherever you want, so the handles wherever you want if you had it on a gate. So what I've actually done, you would have seen me there, I just pulled it back a bit and welded it sort of around a bit, so when it's closed the handle's hard against the front. So yeah, that'll just help keep it there too. So but yeah, they're going to be neat enough. I'm just sort of thinking, because we've got a bit of clearance around there, whether I make a bit of a bush up in the lathe just to close that gap up a little bit, which shouldn't be that hard, just to make it a bit neater. Yeah, so, but there's no reason why, yeah, can't put the PDO shaft on and give it a run now. So yeah, we're getting there. So, just going to give this thing a run before we drop it off again, because there's sort of not much more we can sort of do at the moment. I can, yeah, pull that off and just finish the adapter off and then probably give it a coat of jam. Just looking here, I was going to put that on, but that yoke is the John Deere Must Runner, an inch and 3/8, I think they are, 21 spline, and the case just runs a standard 540. Luckily, we've got an adapter here, so I'll bolt that on. It should be alright. It's not, it's sort of working at the one angle all the time, so it shouldn't be a drama. But yeah, we'll bolt this on and then see if we can get it to go. I don't have the hydraulics hooked up, but that shouldn't matter here. Actually, I don't think the rotor's in gear. Just hang on. Oh, so many alarms. We need to open the grain tank, even for a test run. Don't forget it's open when you go to drive back in the shed. There's really stuff to do out. The light on there flashing. Once it stops flashing, it means it's open. Alright. Good to go. See how many rats can come out the back of it. There's a few getting around, so. What's wrong now? Oh, don't know what was going on, but the separator now wants to behave itself. So we have movement. Do that because we've got that'd be disastrous. There's a ratchet strap there that's holding that nose cone up. Might just run it up to full revs. Might just pull that off. When we brought it home, that nose cone kept dropping down, so we ratchet strapped it up so it wouldn't keep falling down. So. Oh, another go. See how that goes. See how those chains feed it in. There's the nose cone falling down. Well, all seems to run alright. Dust coming out of the back of the header. Oh, cool as. Yeah, put some more gussets on this frame. It can come off now, so I'll put that strip of. I'll have to get some 50 by 10 mil flat bar, but I'll put a strip in there, and that'll make the transition between the two pretty flat. Between the front and the feeder house pretty flat. I'll brace around that centre bush just to give it a bit more support, and yeah, might even put a coat of paint on it. think we've got some red paint there, so just to pretty it up a bit, but I think it's going to work. So I just need a couple other things. Need to just change the adapter. John Deere quick coupler is different to the case adapter, so I'll rob the one off the pickup front and mount it on there, and then yeah, that's about it. Once we get a bit closer, as I said, we'll check some gearbox oils and give it a good grease and once over once we get a bit closer. But for the moment, I just wanted to get that out of the road, so we'll have time. Once we get the rice stripped, we'll have to pull the front separator bars off the rotor, just go back to the standard ones. The rice ones will be too aggressive in the corn. So yeah, we'll have to spend not a couple of days, but a good day just converting the header from rice to the corn anyway. But yeah, no, it's all starting to feel like harvest. So anyway, alright, thanks again for watching. I'll get this dropped off and yeah, get it welded up. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Ta-da.